Well, it does depend a little bit on where your political allegiances lie, but generally speaking, there is an optimism surrounding this election and perhaps even a sentiment of goodwill towards President Macron and his new team that he's assembled here in Parliament, particularly when it comes to the economy. There is great hope that he can restore the economy here in France, which of course is lagging, and he can get through his rather controversial labour laws. Now, the markets seem to like what's happened here. Of course, they always like stability, and we've seen the French stocks go up in value this morning. But of course, as I mentioned earlier there in the report, there is a cloud hanging over this election, and that of course is the voter turnout and how low it was. Now on this, I'd like to bring in the political commentator Alexandre Kouchner, who joins me now. Alexandre, low turnout, record low in fact. Any idea why?
Well, it's been a very long political year, and I feel that we have a sort of electoral and democratic fatigue going on in the country. We've been asked to vote for 8 times this year. It's a lot. It also shows that En Marche, Macron's new party, doesn't have the magic recipe to actually make people turn out. Low turnout on first round of these elections was due to the basis of the other electoral parties not coming out to vote. Very low turnout on the second election is due to the fact that Macron was given such an overwhelming victory, according to polls, that a lot of people just didn't bother coming up. They thought the job was done. And clearly the job is done. Although he didn't gain the 155 seat he was promised, he still has 361 seats. The majority is at 289. He has more than the means to actually put in place his political agenda.
As you say, he did get the majority. He can put in place his political agenda. What's the attraction to him and his party?
Well, I think he tapped onto something that the French people needed and desired, which is a call for renewal. We've had very stable but very limited governments so far, and I feel that people needed this new wave, this new idea that politics could still work. And in that sense, it was either the Front National and a major rejection of everything that politics stand for, or Macron, who said, I'll do things in a new way, but I'll still do things. And I feel this call for renewal and also moralization was actually the right platform to ride on this election.
We mentioned earlier that his team, almost half of them never been in Parliament, in politics before. They're newcomers, may not have the experience perhaps needed to run a government. How long do you think we'll see En Marche at the top and Macron as president?
Well, that all depends on Emmanuel Macron himself. Basically, it's a very polarized and personalized party. Actually, En Marche are the initials of Emmanuel Macron. That's how they found the name. And according to his doing, the party will either reign on French politics for at least 10 years or just disappear as a comet. But so far, it's been a stellar ascension. His first few months are actually very impressive. His government seems to be stable, it's professional. And you're right, there are very many newcomers in the Assemblée Nationale right behind me. But I think that's what appeals to the people. It's the idea that they're no longer professional politicians. They're everyday people, and they're going to make the best out of the term they have. We have to hope that's going to work. If it doesn't, it's going to be very long and difficult 5 years.